Yuengling Brewery, the Florida edition of the Traveling Golfer. Yuengling Brewery, the Florida edition of the Traveling Golfer. There's quite a story about how this property became part of the Yuengling history right here in Tampa, in the middle of golf paradise. You're going to learn all about it on the latest episode of the Traveling Golfer. Dick Yuengling, people think of you as a beer guy, but sometimes I think of you as a baseball guy. I know you have a long history with the Philadelphia Phillies. Tell me about it.
Well, actually, I started with the Philadelphia A's. I was down there in the 52 and 53 when the A's were still there. And when they left, I went with the Brooklyn Dodgers because we got them on cable television up here in Pottsville. And they left for California. Then I became a Phillies fan. It was Robin Roberts and Kurt Simmons and Stan Lopata, Andy Seminick. I can remember Granny Hamner and all the players down there from those days.
Yeah. And this continued for many, many years. And of course, there are the heydays, the World Series championship in 1980. And then you felt they needed a little bit of help. So you put on this uniform and went down and played in the fantasy camp.
Well, my kids, my girlfriend sent me down to fantasy camp in 2000. At that time, we were sold out of beer. And I was looking for a brewery that we could buy to make up the production deficiencies that we had in Pottsville. So
wait, you played in fantasy camp?
Yes.
Got the outfit on?
I played on Kruk's team and Mitch Williams' team, and Kruk asked me, what position do you play? I said, I'll catch every game for you. But I forgot that the following day I was going up to North Tampa to take a look at the old Stroh Brewery that they were selling and make a decision on whether or not we were going to buy it. And I said, I can't be here tomorrow. He said, well, who's going to catch? I said, well, you could catch your professional athlete. And he didn't think that was funny. Yeah. So that's when I went up and I bought the brewery up in Tampa.
What a purchase. It's an enormous place. It's beautiful. And then you said, well, we need some place to drink, and you decided to build a sports bar attached to it, the Draft House.
The Draft House and kitchen is right in the front yard. That land, had to buy that separate from the brewery, but it was like 13 acres of ground, so we finally are using it for something, and it's really starting to grow. It's doing very well down there. People are starting to support it and find out it's there. So.
Dick Yuengling, beer and baseball and beer, no better combination in the world.
I love it. I love going to games down there. I used to go to Connie Mack Stadium, and now I'm at the Citizens Bank Park and enjoying every minute of it.
All right. I raise a glass of Yuengling to you, Dick.
Okay.
Dave Casanelli, Chief Operating Officer, Yuengling Brewery. Yuengling Brewery that expanded along with the Phillies a few years ago. Yuengling bought a brewery in Tampa in 1999. In 2004, the Phillies opened Baycare Park, and this relationship has been a hand-in-hand growth process. Of course, Yuengling now going across the country, and all of this is because of relationship.
It is, and Dick Yuengling particularly is a baseball fan. We have a great partnership. It's like family.
Yeah, well, they keep streaming into the ballpark because the Phillies are inside, because Yuengling is all over inside. And ramps up in the regular season because Pottsville Brewery for Yuengling, close to Philadelphia. Yuengling already has a ballpark down there.
Baseball and beer, it doesn't get any better.
John Ekman, Director of Hospitality at maybe the most hospitable place I know, the Draft House at Yuengling Brewery in Tampa. And Sean, for short, I just call this place heaven.
That's one way to reference it. You have this much beer in one place. What else could you call it?
Beer, great food, every sport you want behind you, all the TVs. I could move right in.
Beautiful setting. There's a yard in front of us that we're looking at that's pretty fantastic, and best of all, there's no snow.
Yeah. This has been quite an undertaking to add this Draft House to the old brewery that was here, bought by Yuengling, and now expanded with all of this, and 42,000 square feet on the roof, but then you also have all the outside area where parties, events, dining, the works.
Absolutely. Dining events, we've got fire pits, bocce ball courts, shuffleboard courts, quarter acre of astroturf. We left some of the original aesthetic and nature aesthetic with the trees, the live oak trees that are outside, and still have Spanish moss coming off of them. So you still, you're able to get out, especially in, certain times of year like now when the weather's perfect. You can sit outside, have a beer, watch a spring training game. Phillies, I hear, is popular. And, still just be outside and just kind of in nature the way God intended and having a beer. And it's pretty fantastic. It's great to see. We have kids running around outside playing cornhole and games of all sorts, and just really enjoy. Whether you're an air conditioning person or a natural outdoor air type of person, this is the place to be.
You have every flavor of Yuengling in here. You're drinking the lager today.
Yep,
I
absolutely.
brought a little bit of the Golden Pilsner to the table. I always referred to this as the great summer beer.
Absolutely.
Really is a refreshing taste beer. So to go with this, you put together a pretty amazing menu.
We do have a pretty amazing menu. I've spent a good bit of my career in other professional kitchens and things like that before I stepped into the Director of Hospitality role here. So we've curated and crafted what I would think is a very approachable menu. It's familiar and understandable, but very elevated in execution. We've taken a note from how we prepare some of the beer and really just kind of focus on technique and ingredient. We're not trying to get away with a lot of bells and whistles. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We're just doing what people know and what they understand. We're trying to appeal to the average Yuengling drinker. And again, just match and equally craft with as high of quality as we can our food to the beer.
So in this particular case, calling the Draft House a sports bar is pretty understated.
Sure.
Because of everything else there is here. I mean, earlier today we saw a bus pull up and a bunch of people came in.
Absolutely.
There's meeting rooms. There is space for birthday parties. You've had a huge carnival out here from the local hospital.
Yep, we've had golf simulators set up in the other room. We've set up a miniature golf course out on our AstroTurf out there. Again, we get people playing games out here, so family entertainment complex I've also heard us called as well. And again, kids' birthday parties we had here last week. We got something for people of all ages.
And folks, you want to make a whole day of it? They've got a pretty interesting next door neighbor right here too. One of the, country known attractions, Busch Gardens, is right next door. So come out, do that in the morning, and then come out to the Draft House and enjoy all the food here and everything else there is to do at this particular place. It's pretty amazing. And all the history on the walls.
Absolutely. From our timeline in the back through some of our historical pictures up on the walls, even the coal miners, and just some of the retro designs that we put into the place. It really fits the aesthetic and really looks to just feeling the history. You can step into this location and feel the history of the brand of Yuengling.
Sean Ekman, Director of Hospitality. I enjoy talking to him, hearing the stories, almost as much as I enjoy having a cold Yuengling. Cheers. Cooking with the Traveling Golfer, and today we're making chicken and waffles with Chef Sean. And this is a special pressure cooker.
This is a pressure cooker and a deep fryer all in one. And through that process, you're able to get quicker cook on the food, therefore it doesn't have to lose as much moisture or juice, so it comes out incredibly juicy, incredibly wonderfully fried, nice and crispy on the outside.
So now we answer the age-old question, which comes first, the chicken or the waffle?
Chicken has to come first.
All right, let's get it.
So we marinate our chicken overnight in buttermilk and some house spices. Then it goes into our house dredge that we make. Again, different spices. It's actually gluten-free, so we do a little bit of rice flour and cornstarch. That gives it an incredibly crunchy, crispy texture with a nice, mildly spiced coating on the outside. We like to use chicken thighs. Chicken thighs have a little bit more moisture, a little bit more flavor to them. And we're going to take these over, and we're going to get the waffle started.
Now it's time for the waffle. All right. So this is all set, ready to go?
Our waffle iron's heated up. This is a special malted waffle batter. So we're gonna go ahead and pour that in. Our iron's hot, it's ready,
right.
It's good to go. So you're gonna pour it in and we're good to go. Put that down and take it for a spin.
There we
In
go.
about 2.5 minutes, we're gonna have waffle perfection.
Look at that, a perfect waffle.
Absolutely, let me give you a hand with that, Tony. So we're gonna come out to our plate. Waffle is ready. We're gonna grab our chicken. It's still crispy, still juicy, and wonderfully delicious. We're gonna go on top of our waffle with it. This is a little bit of butter that we whip in-house with a little bit of sea salt and sweetened condensed milk. And finally, the last thing on top, Tony.
Being a syrupy kind of guy, I get to do the syrup.
Yeah, I
Here
always
we
knew
go.
you were sweet, Tony.
Look at that.
Looks good enough to eat.
Chicken and waffles, a little salty, a little sweet. I have never tasted chicken and waffles in my life. This is a new experience for me. I can't wait. Wow.
Hot,
Get a
juicy.
Nice piece of waffle with it. Here
Cheers,
we go.
Tony.
No wonder they've been eating chicken and waffles all these years. Amazing.
Doesn't matter if you're late to the game as long as you get there.
Donnie Coolman, head golf professional, TPC Tampa Bay, one of the greatest golf courses that everybody could play in pretty much all of Florida, to be honest with you. Folks, you can all get out here. When you do, you come and see him. He's the head of hospitality, and he's also the head of history at this golf course. Donnie, it's had an amazing history.
100% right. Jack Nicklaus won his last professional event here. Tom Watson won back-to-back years.
Still a wonderful golf course that really has gotten better over the years thanks to a renovation in 2022.
Yeah, absolutely right. In 2022, it started where we needed to give this place a little bit of love, and to your point, it has just blossomed and got better and better daily, and it's the place to be in Tampa Bay.
Number 10 at TPC, one of the prettiest holes out here. Another one striped down the fairway. Thank you, Tour Edge. Amazing thing, I was here in 2022, saw the improvement on the course with the renovation, and then came back recently in 2025. It's gotten better. What are you doing?
You know, our head golf course superintendent, Zach Laporte, has done some outstanding work. He makes my life a little bit easier because when the golf course is as good as it is, the drinks taste better, the Yuengling in the bar tastes better afterwards, the players want to buy polos in the golf shop, so he's really done an outstanding job.
Well, we talked about it being one of the greatest golf courses. Behind us is the 18th hole. I think one of the greatest finishing holes in the entire area.
I couldn't agree more, right? And I would say maybe I'm a little bit biased, but honestly, holes 14 through 18, still in the history of PGA Tour champions, the toughest finishing stretch. So they called it the gauntlet. And 14 through 18, to your point, capped with an amazing finisher behind you.
Maybe that's the reason I usually play a 13-hole course here. No.
I know the feeling.
Number 14, they called it the gauntlet, the start of one of the toughest closing stretches in all of the senior tour, back when they played the tournament. How about it? Almost 600 yards from the tips. You better strap it on when you get to this stretch. I hate to miss those holes, but boy, oh boy, it is the gauntlet.
Absolutely. Yeah. If you get through those without some big numbers on the scorecard, dinner tastes that much better.
So location, you're in Northeast Tampa area. It's actually well outside of Center City, Tampa, but you can get to it from a lot of places because of the interstates that are around.
Yeah, to your point, the access from the airport as well, just 15-20 minutes away from the airport, and really an easy drive right up the Veterans.
Number 16, unique, one of only 3 holes on the course with no water in play, but plenty of bunkers. TPC Tampa Bay. Folks, when you come to the Tampa area, of course, don't miss a tour of the brewery, but certainly come out to TPC Tampa Bay. Donnie Coolman, head golf professional. He'll put you out on this course, and you will not be disappointed. Golf Club, beautiful private club, about an hour and a half south of the Tampa Brewery. And why are we here? Well, a pretty special relationship has developed. We have General Manager Jay Pittman, and then we have the Director of Business Development for Yuengling, Tom Janad. I'm going to start with you, Tom. How did this work out that Yuengling is involved with a private club in this area?
Well, you know what, Tony, we're very fortunate. We have a very lot of loyal fans out there, are golfers that enjoy our beer on a lot of great golf courses throughout our footprint. And the Venetian's been selling a lot of Yuengling over the years. So when Jay called us and said, hey, listen, I want to remodel my grill room, we were happy to help and came out with some nice custom pieces for his new room here.
Yeah, and it's still going on. There's some mirrors and things, but there'll be some other accessories around the club. And of course, Jay, this is part of a continuing renovation of the Venetian, and it's a very progressive club. So this is a modern approach.
Oh, no doubt. We're just trying to do a lot of fun things here, give our members an opportunity, a place to come out and have a good time, and really enjoy their club in their time here.
And it sort of fits in with the entire Heritage Golf Group platform. Heritage Golf Group, the company that owns and manages Venetian, but, well, 40 and growing number of courses across the country. And if I could say there was one theme to all these clubs, they're not your father's golf club anymore. It is a fun place.
Oh, absolutely. We're trying to adapt and continue moving forward as our members' wants, needs, and desires move forward and change. Technology, all of that wraps up into our club experience.
Yeah. Tom, you jumped right in when you heard about the expansion of the member guest tournament at Venetian, and well, you supplied a lot of things: signage, prizes, of course, plenty of beer for the players. But that's the hands-on approach that Yuengling has.
You're absolutely right, Tony. We care about our customers out there when they call us and they need support for events and all that. We're happy to help. We're proud to help, and we're proud to be a proud partner of the Venetian Club, and we also have to build this relationship moving forward.
Well, of course, we're sitting in the grill room, the patio room, the Yuengling room. When the members come through the door, first thing they see is that big proud mirror there, and it signals that this is a place that proudly serves Yuengling. Jay, all this talk made me thirsty.
Well, you know, Tony, I think I've got something there to take good care of you. Hey, Robin, how about a couple of Yuenglings for these guys here?
The pause that refreshes, my favorite.
Thank you, Jay.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
The Venetian Golf Club is definitely unique to this area of Florida. A lot of people think of typical Florida courses, dead flat. This is anything but dead flat.
No, absolutely. Chip Powell, when he designed the golf course here, it's very unique, like you said, Tony. Very ample off the tee, the fairway, the tee shot's very forgiving. No forced carries or very few forced carries. It's just kind of laying there and says, come get me. Right up until you get to the green complexes. All the greens are elevated. We have a lot of false front. And you know, our 11th green here, it's known in the area to be very unique.
Yeah, it's a Barrett style green, which is really something that's not too common, but if you ever go to a course that has it, you'll never forget it, because it's basically a trough in the middle of the green. And you'll hit the front of the green, it goes down in the trough and back up to another level. You've got it right here at Venetian on number 11.
Absolutely, definitely a signature green with over 6 feet of elevation change from the front of the green to the top tier level. And I can tell you that back pin placement there is very, very challenging for all levels, all skill levels.
Number 11, a difficult test of a par 3. A lot of ways to skin the cat here, though. Front hole location, least difficult. Top tier in the back, most difficult. Middle location, most interesting. There's an old cup right there. You could easily putt right to that location or take the scenic route. So for the most part, I think that you've got a large number of difficult greens with all the undulation, and then you've got some that are even above that. And so it is really a test of, well, it's not that hard to hit the greens. It's hard to stay on the greens.
Well,
and then you have to chip and putt.
Absolutely. Like you said, it's about being on the proper level or the proper area of the green. The green complexes are definitely the defense mechanism of the golf course, and it just makes it challenging. And I think, Tony, what we find here, a lot of our members say that play, multiple times a week, you're really playing a different golf course multiple times a week, depending on where those hole locations are. Oh, the hole locations, absolutely. And if you've got pretty many choices on the tees, too, so that gives some elasticity to the course, and that does make it fun. Absolutely, and fun's what we're all about. It's all about a great experience. Number 18, par 5, breathtaking finishing hole, but the approach shot's a scary one. All right, a wild ride at the Venetian with many, many interesting golf holes. Thank you very much, Tony. Appreciate you guys coming out today. By now we know Yuengling has a beer for every taste, and the Tampa area has a golf course for every taste. Your job? Pick the one you like, and then tell us about it the next time we meet somewhere else along the golf trail.